So in player 1, playing Mercia, we have Shue. And this map is center court. It's a map I made. It's a nice simple 2 versus 2 map. Although it does have some differences. So the Shues are on the same team, but they're in opposite corners. So everybody's going to be fighting on 2 fronts at all times, basically. And that should make it a bit quicker compared to the original version of this map, where the left-hand side versus the right-hand side. And it did get a bit slow because of that.
I think I'll take this.
And we have players just going for no captures at the start, building their first sword. Standard stuff. Ooh, but Pilgrim's being a little bit different here. They are deciding to go to this left-hand side and basically want to square off against Mercia over there. Leaves Shue all alone to kind of capture a lot of this left-hand side. And of course it's Mercia and Ragna, so top left and or bottom left and top right even. Gonna be teaming up together. Okay, so what are we gonna see on turn 2? There are a bunch of options. I mean, ideally the first 2 turns are you build your first sword, you capture your second barracks, move your commander to either the center or either of the sides. Like, all of those are available, so there is some variance, like right from the get-go. But mostly people seem to be going kind of counterclockwise with their commanders. And we're not seeing anything too different on the unit builds either. It's mostly just swords. Like, you could see people start going mages at this point in the game. None of that quite yet. Actually, Pilgrim, their route has an interesting benefit of that they could heal their commander very early and be very threatening compared to Shue, who won't be able to. Well, the Shue can heal fully in a little bit, but Pilgrim will get that heal earlier than everybody else. And yep, they're just gonna go for it. What are we gonna see Shue do? Ooh, Shue's not going for the second barracks just yet. Or, oh no, they built the swords on the opposite side and now they're running back. No worries though, this is just for fun. This isn't meant to be like a super serious competitive match, so we're just gonna see Shue capture that village. They're gonna take their barracks a little bit later, but it's fine. Actually, Pilgrim didn't build a sword on their first turn, so they're going to be a little bit late to their barracks as well. Of course, we do have the 2 more competitive players on the left-hand side here, so Shue, the Groove of War 4 and 5 champion, facing off against Saikoya, who placed top 6? I can't remember if they came 5th or 6th. That's quite bad, because that wasn't that long ago. But Saikoya also a very strong player, we'll put it that way. Unless you're playing Ryota chess, in which case, not so much. But
we could use this.
You know, good player in general. Okay, and Saikoya going for that heal as well, so he's going to be facing off against Mercia, who will have quite a bit of health. Oh no, she won't have that much health, sorry. I mean, she can heal off this village soon, but Nuru is going to be at full health and engaging on this position first, compared to Mercia, who will people are being a little upset about the shades. Hey, like I can this is not a serious match. I can poke fun if I want to. And Saikoya knows it's all in jest. And is honestly probably a better player than me at this point, so anything I say is out of love. And you know, a bit of me. Okay, so we got Pilgrim, they're taking their second barracks. Gonna start ramping up that unit production. We've got Wulfar on full health. Like, Nuru and Wulfar could be very high health together and just crash down on the champion Shue. Chucklefish Shue could just push uncontested. There's like a lot of villages to capture. This sword can capture here. Sword can take the barracks. I'll be interested in seeing whether Ragna goes for a capture or heal first. I would assume, oh well, especially if you go for the knight, you can't really heal anymore, so I guess village capture on either of these is fine actually. If you go for the one above, you capture up here, test against that sword. If you go down, you can capture lots of stuff in the center, so lots of open villages. And we're hearing from the Chucklefish employees that they're feeling a bit under pressure. But don't worry, you're up against each other, so that's fine. And I assume there are people talking to each other in voice, or at least in text chat, being like, alright, here's the plan. So it is also a test of like communication skills. I mean, that is teams as well though. It will largely come down to how well can people communicate with their teammate. Okay, so we're seeing Shue. She's got a knight, got lots of swords. A lot of swords. I would have thought she would start growing spears, because Mercia does really well with tankier units, and swords generally die quite quickly. But just moves off to that mountain. Ooh, goes for the kind of like Highlander position. I like this knight position actually, because now Nuru can no longer capture this village from there. Has to go from the goes for the north. Could have gone from the right as well, but. We're seeing Saikoya just pushing out, being very aggressive. Will we see a wagon? That is the question. Wagons are very good on this map, but no, we're seeing a knight. So just wants to be very aggressive. Probably on the right hand side. Like, see this knight move over to here, and then like, move up around to the top right. Okay, what's Pilgrim gonna do? Wulfar's being very aggressive. Wulfar could just take out this village and have... Yep, and that's what Wulfar's gonna do. So Wulfar, 30% groove right now, gets 50 for knocking the village down, and another 10 for the end of the turn. So Wulfar is gonna have groove pretty quickly. If Mercia attacks him, he gets groove next turn. And we are just seeing Pilgrim build a spear, a wagon. Come on, make a wagon. You know you want to. Oh, second spear. Spears are going to be very useful here. Especially going up against like 1, 2, 3 cavalry on the map, although one of them is Pilgrim's teammate, but I think Pilgrim will. Something I'm kind of curious about is I wonder if Shue's going to try and go for a play where Shue heals Ragna with Groove. Something they're doing, which is actually really strong right now, although it could backfire, is they could take the center and then both come crashing down on one side or the other. That does, however, mean that they get flanked on both sides, though, so you have to be a bit careful with that. It's still early. Ooh, they're going double spear as well, so spears are very good defensive, so if you're playing in a way that you don't want to just lose, they're very good for that. Okay, now what's Shue going to do? She's gonna be she's gonna be aggressive and hit Wulfar. And attacking from plains into a forest means the damage outcome is going to be about even, 71 to 68, so not getting a big advantage out of that. But there isn't a good target for Wulfar to hit with his Groove, so he's probably going to have to pull back and heal. And oh, that's such good positioning from Shue. The Knight crit will land should Pilgrim decide to pull back. So Shue is no mercy, absolutely. There is no chance that Pilgrim is going to get out of this without taking a lot of damage. That said, it is still the best option, running back and healing from the plains. You'll eat a Knight crit, hit pretty hard, but if you're on full health, it's not too bad. And Saikoya does have the option of being very supportive here. Saikoya could come in, land a big blow on this village, start building up that Nuru groove. The Knight's coming down to support.
I can't wait.
Nuru's just gonna take this out, build a lot of groove, the Knight shoot some income. So she'll be on 67%, I think, at the end of this turn. Means if she hits, or if she kills one more thing, then she'll have groove. If she decides not to, or doesn't get a kill, then you'll still be very close. Pilgrim has to retreat at this point. Has to run back and heal off this village. Oh, that's also actually a really good play. It's just running further away. Something I hadn't really considered. The Knight can no longer crit Wulfar. This village isn't in risk of going down either, so that's a good play. Like, Mercia is the only thing that can follow up. Do damage. The mage. Ooh, mage is smart. Mage is good because even though it's not very cost effective, like money wise, throwing down a mage heal at a good timing will allow you to then make a cost effective play. But, ooh, only uses one barracks, so doesn't build a second unit. Probably would have liked to have seen a dog or sword come out of there. Maybe even another spear. Spears, they're great in pairs, but if you have 3 of them, that means even if one of the spears gets nuked, your opponent destroys it. They'll then have the option of getting your spear crit despite losing the spear. 3 is very much the optimal amount of spears that you can have, although having that amount of spears is quite difficult to get to. Getting Shue heal here. we're gonna see a couple more units come out. This knight's probably gonna come down to certain as well. And we may very well see both knights go south and just barrel down on Pilgrim. But should that happen, Shue in the bottom left is very vulnerable to being attacked. This long, ooh, sorry, we have a balloon coming out from Saikoya. I probably should have noted earlier, and that's going to allow Saikoya to really just heavily reinforce this this front down here, or this one up here. Let's take a look at the income. So Saikoya's ahead on income, Pilgrim's a bit slower, and Shue's also a bit behind as well. But they did both make some early mistakes with unit buys, so that did slow them down a little. Shue has a lot of economy, just buying swords over and over and over again. And that could mean golem, that could mean wagon. We'll have to see. Shue definitely needs something to defend. He needs like a big unit to scare Nuru away. And Dragon's probably a bad idea thinking about it, because Nuru will be able to drop Mage basically anywhere she wants once she has Groove. And that will do a ton of damage to the dragon, or even possibly kill it. And that will cost her 800 gold, and that will do over 1,000 gold's worth of damage, so... But we have a dragon. There's quite a bit of road on this map, so the dragon is quite scary. That said, it's Saikoya. Well, actually, I was gonna say that said it's Saikoya, who's the more expert, who's the more like veteran player that's gonna have to deal with this dragon. Saikoya does die to dragons while he's on roads, though. He has that habit. So Shue, Proof of War champion Shue, I should say, is playing to Saikoya's weaknesses right now. Oh, it's just... Okay, so what are we gonna see from... Ooh, yeah, goes onto the mountain. Makes sense. Nuru nice and safe. Capture a village. Mage come out. It's going to be incredibly useful against the dragon. Definitely need some anti-air. Mage can run. Oh, that's such a good position for that balloon. The mage is going to be able to reinforce the southern front very quickly. We're seeing Saikoya really just try and cover as much ground as he can to try and reach Shue in the bottom left, because if he doesn't, then, you know, his teammate will die, because there are two people attacking Pilgrim right now. Pilgrim has missed a couple unit buys this game, so they're a little bit fragile. The units could come in and kill Pilgrim. We're gonna have to see how Pilgrim deals with this. I think being aggressive is off the table. Just pulling back, capturing villages. Actually, honestly, don't even capture these. Just run back and capture the hideout and retreating for the moment. Because otherwise, you're going to be in a lot of trouble if you try and just stand and fight this. Okay. So staying within range of 2 units, so Night Crit can come in and Mercia can follow up. But these spears could come forward and, you know, actually punish that if knight comes in. Ooh, I like this sword position actually, because that, well, the knight can still crit from the south, but that's a road tile, so, you know, probably gonna die to spears. And we've got the mage, and this is a really good buy and a really good position for the mage, because it's gonna deal with this dragon, going to be able to offer a heal. So if Wulfar takes a bunch of damage next turn, then the mage can run up, heal Wulfar, and then Wulfar could probably even groove safely once that's the case. So Wulfar and Pilgrim in general is looking quite good. Another sword comes out. I guess like running, honestly just running everything to the left here is a good idea, because this knight is going to come into play. And I like this position on the spear. It's going to be able to recapture this village. But this knight can knock down this village relatively safely. What does Shue do? I'm just going to start calling Chucklefish Shue so that I can differentiate them ever so slightly. So Shue definitely has some options as well. Run down and capture this village. Continue being very aggressive. I'm being told that I can call Shue Shona, but I will go with the name that is on the screen right now. So Shue, this positioning units, ooh, nice knight position. I like this. It's gonna zone this other knight out. Shue and Shue. Okay. I'll go with Shue and Shue for now. Okay, so we're still seeing a lot of positioning early on. Not too much fighting. But it's gonna start getting pretty spicy fairly soon. Because Saikoya is getting into the position where his units are gonna start clashing with Shue. And Shue, a lot of spears. Bunch of swords and a knight. So sparks will fly. I'm Shue. I'm very tempted to just turn around and attack into Saikoya. Pilgrim's turtled up, got all the units in a good place. And Shue can't really attack into this too safely. I guess Mercia could run down and hit this village and get groove. That is an option. Oh, but no, Shue's gonna turn around and he's gonna fight Saikoya. It is worth noting, if you fight someone on a mountain and you're not also on a mountain, even if you attack first, you're not in a good position. Ooh, that dragon's real scary. But I don't think Saikoya is in that bad of a spot right now. Both of those attacks really did help Saikoya build groove, so Saikoya's going to be able to retreat. Potentially he's going to be able to run his knight forward and do a bunch of damage. And this mage, and like this mage won't reach this turn, but this mage will be able to reach this balloon and run forward, and then the mage will be in a nice position. And he could even leave the balloon close enough that this mage in its next turn can reach the balloon. This is a nice pin. It's a bit... I say it's a nice pin, but this is also giving Nuru groove. Nuru can just retreat pretty safely. There is a safe retreat path here. And like, honestly, you could just sit on this mountain. It's not like the best idea, but You really could. You could just sit here and heal. But no, gonna retreat a bit. Probably gonna see this knight run forward and attack. Yep. And probably gonna see this sword capture this village just for safety. Yep. And yeah, this balloon's gonna be able to move forward. It's gonna be able to put this mage in a really nice position. And yeah, this is a really good solid defensive position. So Shue had a nice attack there. Pushed forward a bit. But unable to really capitalize. And deal a finishing blow. And of course, there are scary things that Pilgrim can start doing now. Like, Pilgrim could use their groove. Like, Wulfar's groove could come out and lock a unit into this. And that's quite scary. So, we will see. Ooh, wagon comes out. Can't really transport anything at the moment, but... Although, this mage could run back into the wagon. And it would give it more distance. You could move it into this forest, for example, next turn. Ooh, and a thief comes out. Interesting. Pilgrim can actually stabilize now.
Good luck on the landing.
Ooh, and we're seeing Groove come out. What's this gonna be? Oh, against the knight! Nice. And that's a good use of a sword, honestly. Like, if you can kill an enemy knight and injure Mercia a bit, that's really good. Because Shue probably had the plan of, I'm going to injure my, let my knight get injured, and I'm going to heal it using Mercia's groove. And now what we have is Mercia can groove, but like, yeah, all she can groove is herself, and like at that point you're just better off healing off of a village. So really nice play from Pilgrim there. I would like to, however, see something run back and capture this village up here. That would be good. Actually, Pilgrim has this village here to build groove off again. So of course, you know, we've got Shue looking quite scary, but Shue only has one really big unit that's a threat on the field right now. The dragon, and the dragon is a huge threat, don't get me wrong, but it can't fight two fronts at once. It is vulnerable to getting killed, especially by Nuru, who's gonna have groove fairly soon. Mage could come out. Like, the income on this map is enough that you could buy, especially with Saikoya's income. Whoa! That's a ton of money. Saikoya with 2 of these center villages and has captured one of Jubine's villages up on the top. So Saikoya really has like the income that he needs to be able to do stuff well, and we're running a bit low on time here for Pilgrim, but I think they'll be fine. Not gonna see the spear move. I think the spear could have moved up here a bit, but that's not the end of the world. They get the second mage out, and that's really what's important. Okay, so Shubin gonna take a village. Might as well, it's available. Probably gonna see like units come down here and start putting the pressure on Pilgrim again. They turned around, they hit Saikoya, and then they were like, oh, wait a minute, that didn't work out as well as we thought it would. They didn't kill anything, they just damaged Nuru, who's very cheap to heal, and lost a knight in exchange for a sword. And, you know, I guess they, like, Wulfar doesn't have groove now, but Wulfar having groove isn't really too big a deal in this kind of circumstance. Like, I guess the dragon can be a bit more of a threat now, but there already was a mage covering everything anyway, so... We'll see. And I guess like something I want to see is like, will Shubin sacrifice some health on maybe the sword to take down this village? Or are they going to wait a turn? Or a couple turns to line up a night crit. Pilgrim saying in chat, they wish they had a beard. Beards are pretty great. I have a nice beard. I will be shaving it though. Not entirely, but I'll give it a bit of a trim. Weird as it sounds, I did make this offer to someone before of I will send you the excess beard that has been shaved if they wish to acquire a beard, but have not had anybody accept that offer yet. And Shue just hits end turn. They're okay with their current position. They have 2 knights. Damn. A lot of horses. Okay. Shue healing Mercia off of the village. Might see the sword get finished off, or might just leave the sword there. Shue being saying in chat they like ponies. Knights are a very good unit in this game, and especially on this map. Alright, so what's Shue gonna do now? Clock is ticking, so you're gonna have to think fast on his feet. Does some obvious stuff like move this mage forward. But they will have to be aggressive this turn. Alright, so the dragon just kind of moves into a position to cover. That is a safe place for the dragon though. Like, not going to get picked off by anything. Even if Nuru had groove, like she couldn't crit it and kill it in one hit. Could do a lot of damage to it. Although that said, even if you throw a mage at this dragon, Mercia can heal it. And that's the strength of Mercia's groove with the dragon, right? If you can't one-shot the dragon, Mercia can heal the dragon with her groove. And then all of a sudden you're facing a... Oh, how much health would that dragon have? Like 65%? And even though it's still fairly injured, like it's enough health that the dragon can really threaten like a lot of units, especially if they're on roads. And it does also make that dragon quite affordable to heal as well. This clock's running low. Is Shue going to be able to do the rest of his stuff? No, he's just not going to move his swords. And that makes sense. Doesn't really need to. Alright, wagon's coming forward. Oh, this thief's in a juicy spot. Dragon reach? Oh, the dragon can reach it though. So that might be a free pick off depending. I wonder if we're gonna see someone hurriedly move the mages around so they don't get picked off. Or so, I mean, so they can cover the thief even. Do not want to let... Ooh, actually... A mage, like, you can't cover and defend this mage unless, like, you're willing to sacrifice the, your knight onto their knight. Let's see here. Ooh, wow. Very aggressive, but actually I really like this because nothing can hit this balloon right now. So Nuru is in a really strong position. Runs the knight back one square, gets the heal, makes sense. That threatens this knight, but this knight cannot hit back. This formation is really strong. Probably gonna see the dog come down here, so you can't even run through the village. Oh no, right. Doesn't go for that. But even so, this is a very strong defensive formation. And Saikoya, you need to do your buys real quick, because you're running low on time. 15 seconds left on the clock. Alright, and we see a pony and a spear come out. So, I like this a lot. Like, it also goes for the attack up here, so this light is going to be able to reinforce this position up here. And the spear is really badly injured too, and isn't going to be able to get healed anytime soon. Alright, what's Pilgrim going to do? They could probably be a bit more aggressive this turn. Ooh, gets an archer, I like that. Just, you know, in general, it's a nice play. But in this situation, it's good as like a kind of, to back up this army, there's a bunch of like chunkier units on the front lines that are going to be able to tank, you know, the swords and the dogs. You got these spears and these knights. And of course Wulfar. But the archer is going to be able to stay behind them and shoot anything that comes close. Like an archer crit will kill a sword. One hit. But we can see. Yeah, I mean, like, this mage is currently outranging everything except for the dragon, which doesn't matter because the other mage is covering. So yeah, Wulfar could honestly just run forwards at this point. Very little threat of damage on this side. Like, you know, you're gonna throw a couple swords at them? Are Trebs banned? That is a good question. I have forgotten if I banned Trebs on this map or not. I will assume yes. I do love this swordsman, actually. Quite nice. Okay, Shue recapturing this village. Could heal the spear off of it, actually. But it's just actually funny that this sword is still alive after being used as a giant golf ball. I mean, they killed a knight, so they're doing pretty well for themselves. And like later in the game, you could throw this sword at Mercia. Sacrifice them for, depending on what terrain Mercia is on, that could be like another 5%. Maybe a little bit more. Oh shoot. Alright, pulls back a bit. Now threatens Pilgrim. Moves this knight forward. I'm just gonna turn there. 2 unit buys. Might have run out of time. I wasn't paying too much attention to the timer towards the end there. Oh, right, yeah. Rest in pieces, spear. Although Nuru can kill that dragon, or at least heavily damage it. So the dragon is not in the best position right now. Shue is not going to be able to cover that dragon. So it can eat a mage. That can happen. Or is it eat a mage hit even? Imagine a world where being yeeted several villages over by a giant hammer doesn't kill you. You'd definitely never be late for work again. I do feel like humans kind of missed the boat on a very useful evolutionary part where they could have you know, if we'd only been like immune to fall damage, like if only we had some like, kind of glider like naturally or something like that, then we or if we'd just been like durable enough to just like take a blow, then we would have been set for traveling. Glide around to work. But alas, we just had to make do with like actually quite a large number of evolutionary advantages. Like humans, yeah, we sweat a lot, so we are actually very good at like running long distances, for example. Ooh, Saikoya. There's a bunch of really nice options here. Honestly, we could see like Ragna get threatened to go down. I wonder if Saikoya's actually gonna notice that. Alright, takes out this spear, damages the sword. Has this light over here to defend if needed be. And we're gonna see. Ooh, Shue is going to. Oh my god, are those like big sheep? I've never noticed them. They're like big floofy sheep. That's awesome. Okay, and this mage is really gonna heavily hit this dragon. Oh, it gets a max roll. So, mages on average do 85% to dragons. This one did 90 damage. That's such a huge hit. Saikoya really, like honestly getting really lucky there. That is a lot of damage. They're called Fluffalos? Alright, they're from Starbound. Fair enough. Ooh, what are we gonna see this wagon do? Yeah, that dragon is not long for this world. I like this wagon position actually. Ooh, it's not gonna get hit by a knight, so it's just walling this dragon in actually. Like the dragon's escape routes are pretty cut off. And especially, ooh, this balloon could be a huge threat too. Yep, just cuts Ragnar off, cuts the dragon off. And it's looking, I mean, it's looking good for Saikoya. Is Pilgrim going to be able to follow this up with their own play? Shue's just kind of barreling down on them, so they might just want to like, you know, hold and be defensive. That said, Wulfar could run up and hit this village. That would honestly be a pretty solid play. Like, just let Shue push forward a bit. And like, really just go for Shue.
Here I come.
Disappointment in your voice? I did not sound disappointed. Alright, take care, Morden Arcanus. Thank you for joining. I appreciate everybody who stopped by today. I mean, we're just getting started as well. A few more really fun short matches after this. Yeah, like Pilgrim probably just gonna pull back. No reason to engage. Shue's army's looking really quite fearsome there. It's all bunched up and ready to push. Pilgrim doesn't really need to attack at the moment. I mean, honestly, this is like what Mercia wants. He wants to just be a giant blob that, you know, can't die, but will take damage, and just heals it, and then it charges. Pilgrim building more spears. I mean, that's what Pilgrim needs to do. Honestly, just be very defensive. All up. Get ready to, like, you know, get punched. Ooh! The sword attacks from the mountain damages the village. Ooh, that's smart. I mean, it won't make too big a difference in this situation because Ragna could still get all the health off of it that Ragna would want to. But I actually think she'll be fine. Let's think about turn order here for a moment. So something that could happen that would be quite smart is Shue runs down and gets healed by Mercy. I don't know, I feel like the players are listening, so maybe they'll like immediately do that, but you know, Shue Bean could be protected by Shue, but oh, the knight comes down, kills that knight. So Shue Bean has a bunch of options now. She can retreat, also a very good plan, but could have run down and got healed by Mercia. And now Shue Bean can be very aggressive, can take out a bunch of units. Raids, ooh, probably would have liked to have seen that sword go down, but I don't know what the role was for that. Pilgrim, I mean, you're saying you're being ganked up on, but even though that's the case, Saikoya now has loads of map control. Like, look at, I mean, that income isn't as big as I thought it would be, but still has the most income in the game, and is really pushing down with Shue Bean. Go trap that dragon, which is a really big unit. Did a bunch of damage to Ragna, who is not close to having groove. 45%. Honestly, like, running away is a very good strategy in this game. Sometimes you just need to, like, fall back and not get killed. You're not gonna take too much damage this turn. The knight could take out a sword. Spear could take out the spear. You can keep pushing forward, but as long as you take minimal damage each turn, like, you'll still be fine. And Saikoya is kind of pushing and doing a lot of damage. One HP swordsman just wants to ask if you've heard of it, then good news. And I wonder if this sword will live. Although, knowing Shue might just kill it out of spite. Be like, no, I want a low health sword for you. Alright, so what's Shue gonna do? I mean, in order to push forward, he has to leave like his kind of defended position, which has a lot of terrain. Shue Bean, I'm ignoring that swordsman. You can just die on the mountain alone. Wrong spelling of die, but I mean, maybe the sword just wants to dye their hair. You never know. Wants to chill on a mountain. Maybe there's a hairdresser up there, like, and gets a little bit of stylism going. I don't know if stylism is a word, but it is now. And these turn timers are quite brutal at this point in the game. I was expecting like a little bit more like brutality, where people would be like trading units a lot, so the unit count wouldn't get quite this high, but Shue's being very cautious and wanting to push in very safely. My sword crit on that village, probably could just finish it off with a sword. Ooh, uses Mercia.
I won't hold back.
Mercia is just going to take that village down, probably going to see a sword going for a capture. And Shue's really just constantly putting pressure onto Pilgrim. It's only open on two sides, though. But Shue's army is quite slow, so Pilgrim can just keep giving ground over and over, like every turn. Alright, what's Saikoya gonna do? I assume Saikoya really just wants to kill a bunch of units up here. The dragon just ran away. Someone died. Alright, just gonna continue being aggressive. Oh, we could see a big aggressive play this turn. This stronghold's looking pretty vulnerable right now. Don't know if Saikoya would go for that though. Alright, we're gonna see Nuru hit a village,
My fight.
build up some more groove. And actually, surprisingly, not gonna go for the combat up here. Not gonna counterattack, just leaves that alone. Continue pushing forward. This is a really... Look at this! Hang on, let me go to the big map screen. Like, both of the left-hand side are just like pushing into the right. They're just ignoring each other right now. And it may very well come down to who can survive the longest against the person to the left of them. And it's looking good for Team Shue, I will say, but Pilgrim... Shue doesn't really have the forces to kill this stronghold. So Pilgrim could just pull back a bit, let Saikoya finish off... Yeah, let Saikoya finish off. Shue honestly could even come in and support. We could see Wulfar runs into the balloon. Oh, what a play. So in this game, in 2 versus 2, and in team modes in general, because I think 3 versus 1 exists as well, you can enter your teammate's transport, and because of the turn order, this balloon will drop Pilgrim off, and then Pilgrim on the next turn will be able to move straight away. So, advanced strats coming out here from Team Pilsaikgrimoya. Ooh, and Pilgrim's just gonna be aggressive. Go for a big crit on Mercia. Ooh, did that max roll? Ooh, came close. 51%. How much damage is this archer gonna do? Gets a decent roll. I think that was a 12. And they're just gonna do a bunch of damage where they can. And now Mercia is at this point where even if Mercia heals, he's gonna be like a bit low on health. So yeah, Pilgrim's just being aggressive now. And they have enough spears to hold on. So even if this counterattack crushes this, there's a bunch of spears, so it's coming down to who can survive longer. Alright, so how's Shue gonna do? At this point, you know, do you sacrifice your own units to help your teammate win faster? Or do you focus on surviving yourself? You've actually has quite a bit of money, so we could see Golem come out, be threatening as a defensive option, Dragon come out. There are 3 mages, so Dragon, I don't know if that's the strongest idea, but... Okay. Shue is just going to focus on pressuring Pilgrim. Ooh, he's going to be able to get a kill on a mage. And Ragna is seriously going to have groove pretty quickly. Gonna end this turn with 80%. That means there's going to be at most 4 turns. And you know, Shue might survive that long. I actually really wonder if this play here, like if Pilgrim is just gonna get dropped and like throw down on the stronghold. Will Shue being, you know, get something in place to stop that? I mean, there's not the stronghold's open. There could be a hammer hit on this stronghold next turn. Or the commander could run in and like kill the archer instead. I mean, I don't know if that's as good as hitting the stronghold, but both options are available. Ooh, what are we looking at? Alright, so Shue has a very heavily injured Mercia. Mercia's gonna have to run back. Gonna see some units get injured first. Alright, sword crits come in. Those are good. Mercia is probably gonna run back and heal. Or maybe... I don't know about running up here. Even if like... Oh no, the major won't be able to crit. Oh, sword could crit off that, but... It's an awkward position for Shue. Like, he's obviously in a winning position right now, but... Okay, and that makes sense here. Run Mercia back one square, heal everything,
Healing aura.
and then sword crit comes in, and then you start to see clears happen. Probably gonna see like these two units go down and like this archer take a hit. Ooh, could see the archer die even. Yep, and then I guess like a dog can run forward and kill this sword. So, Pilgrim's really on the back foot. But at this point, they just need to hang on a little bit longer. Ooh, I love this from Shue. Realizes that Pilgrim's basically dead. All these units can just go up to the north. Which is pretty undefended. You know, there's only some spears and a balloon there. I wonder if we're gonna see a sword run up and just kill that sword. Or if it will just live. You never know. Ooh, Shue's not gonna continue being aggressive. Could have injured this sword with a dog. Chooses not to. Yeah, just setting up the army to go north. Saikoya has to respect this. Like, he will start losing things to these units. But Saikoya also has to finish off Shue Bean. We're gonna have to see like this balloon go forward. Probably gonna drop a spear along with Wulfar. Dog come forward, go for the hit. Probably a mage to follow up. Yep. Does a lot of damage. Mages don't hit each other too hard. You got that magic defense. Ooh, I would have liked to have seen like a spear come down there. But both commanders are getting ready to just like come crashing down on this stronghold. Probably gonna see a couple of these villages get knocked down. Ooh, runs the knight up. Interesting. The knight might die to these 3 units. But I guess the point is to just try and get as much stuff over on this side to threaten to kill the stronghold. Because as long as Pilgrim can live one more turn, which they can, like, there is nothing that really threatens to kill the stronghold. Like, right now. It's going to be at least 2 turns until Pilgrim can die. And yeah, we're just going to see a big Wulfar come in. Hit this pretty dang hard. Does over 40 damage. The stronghold will heal. Ooh. And actually, oh, if Pilgrim lives, like this commander can't die. That means that there's also Groove on the table. So yeah, Pilgrim just has to live. Yeah, it's got this lovely formation here of just saying like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep everything I can on, like, in front of this. Might even see a couple units get thrown away just to damage the front units here, slow this even more. And wouldn't be surprised if we saw, like, honestly, like a balloon even. Just to slow it down just a bit more. But anything that can just wall. The sword's running forward. Oh, the hero swordsman. I am kind of curious if, oh, it can almost reach for Wulfar to groove it, but not quite. Alright, we're seeing Spear Dog. Makes sense. Could have seen, like a sword dog and a balloon, but not just at the moment. Alright, what's Shue gonna do? Are they going to... Actually, what can they do? I mean, like, would have been good, like an expensive unit would have been good, although maybe they missed buying units last turn. Alright, they get a mage. That's good. But I don't think they can kill Wulfar. So Shue is dead. Like, properly dead. Will kill a lot of Saikoya's units before going down, but this stronghold is completely dead. There's nothing that can prevent that from happening. So honestly, at this point, it's like, what can Shue do before going down? Kills the swordsman! Wow. So Shue picks off that swordsman, realizes they're gonna die, and just says, nope, I'm gonna get rid of you. And Ragna's gonna end the game with Groove. Yeah, like, just doing whatever damage Ragna can. But we may very well see this mage get hit against, like, one of these. But even just both the commanders just smacking this will kill it. That golem. I think if the golem had existed this turn, might have been able to damage one of them enough. Just to slow them down a little bit. Was not to be. Shue will die, so what are we going to see from Shuefoot? I mean, Shue, like, he needs to kill as much as this as he can. And I think at this point you just can charge forward and do a lot of damage. The dragon. Oh, the dragon's gonna use that village to heal? That's really nice. I think it could actually get surrounded though, in theory. Yeah, Shue is just gonna do what he can, probably try and capture as much of the stuff down here as he can. It's the sword. I mean, he kind of has to, like, he has to kill the units because the longer Pilgrim is alive, the more it's a 2v1. Alright, so a knight can crit this as well, so... But how is Shue gonna do this? Like, I mean, he can't line up sword crits. So, even though, sure, he can do quite a bit of damage to these units this turn, it's only damaging a couple of them. Alright, he's gonna knock that hideout down a bit in health, and he's gonna like try and... Alright, he's gonna hit it again, right. He definitely wants to get Mercia Groove up again. But... Shue is honestly just setting up for like a longer capture phase, like isn't gonna push forward too greedily and like try and just do a bunch of damage. But I don't know if that's the best idea, because Pilgrim has quite a bit of stuff here and will just continue to, you know, build a very defensive position. Could honestly even just go for first strike, because Shue Bean's dead. Like properly dead. And like I don't even know if there's like night crits lined up. Alright, so Saikoya just hit the strongholds. That's all you gotta do. That's what we're gonna go for. Goes for the big hit. That stronghold's on 30%. Nuru takes like a tiny bit of damage. Barely worth mentioning. And yeah, Wulfar is on easily enough health to kill this now. I believe that is a guaranteed kill. And not only is that a kill, but Wulfar could then, you know, use a groove and influence this front over here. It's like, you could honestly just ignore like everything that's here, because it's going to be a 2 versus 1. And if Saikoya is smart enough, and ooh, he's picking off units. I think they might have beaten Team Shue. That dragon's so scary, damn. Especially because this village is on road as well. That dragon's gonna one-shot some things. And all Pilgrim has to do is live. And I honestly don't think that you can kill Pilgrim in this turn. Pilgrim's 99%. Oh, Pilgrim's gonna get the kill. And there we go. Pilgrim taking out their fellow co-worker, I should say. And I don't know what's gonna happen now. Like, Pilgrim could just attack. I don't know if that's the best idea. I think honestly just, you know, holding this position, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, there aren't night crits. Mercia can't hit. So this stronghold cannot be killed. So well played to Shue Bean. Put up a very good fight. I love the killing the lone swordsman at the end. One more turn and you would have had... You would have had Ragna Groove, and that would have been a huge deal. Ragna Groove is scary in teams. Yeah, Pilgrim just doesn't have to attack. They just sit here, keep their spears alive, and counter-attack. And I think Shue should have been more aggressive last turn. I think he should have just been going for the kill, because now he's behind Saikoya in like every possible way. And Pilgrim's just gonna, you know, survive and live. And even could groove like this balloon into the fight. Alright, what's the Shue gonna do? Maybe use the dragon to threaten... But here's the thing, he can't... The dragon can't threaten Nuru, because Wulfar could just groove it. Oh, XMO, that's a bit against Twitch terms of service, I believe. Calm down there. Yeah, shoot. I mean, multi-turn lethal. Oh, but here's the thing. Is this actually gonna work? There's a lot of spears. They will destroy everything that comes close to them. Like, if there isn't enough damage, but even though even then, like, Shue's units aren't in the best position right now. And I think it's one of those cases where Shue didn't go aggressive enough last turn, and if he goes aggressive this turn, Pilgrim's in a good position to punish. Pilgrim could seriously do a lot of damage. This might be a good game coming out of Team Shue. And Team Pilsaikgrimoya, and I said that correctly this time, are looking like they're gonna win. How is this going to go? What is Saikoya gonna do? There's so much. Alright, gonna just, you know, jump in the balloon, run away, leave the dragon alone. I mean, like, Pilgrim can deal with that, honestly. Just yeet it away. There is no flagstone on this map. So, there's nothing, like, there's no really juicy targets. But, I'm like, one thing Saikoya can do is just, like, capture everything. Like, oh yeah, drop a mage over here. And, like, that's what he's gonna do. And the mage can just run, capture all the villages, capture all the production. And these dogs and this dragon are gonna be such a huge threat. Just take out all of Shue's backline. And Shue did not do enough, honestly, like, to help his teammate. Shue was on the ropes. He saw that he could potentially kill Pilgrim, but Pilgrim's holding on. Pilgrim is building spears every turn. And they did the really smart play with the transport, you know, loading up your commander, loading up Pilgrim's commander to go down there. You know, Pilgrim has, like, such a cool play. Like, watch this. Like, this hammer play is going to be so good. It just knocked the dragon over here, even, and then it's surrounded by a whole bunch of mages. Oh, loads into the transport. Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. What do you... Oh, no, it's fine. I thought the dragon would kill the wagon, but... Saikoya's gonna get back in time. And we're gonna see a whole bunch of spear crits happen. I do like this thief buy though. That is good. But Saikoya's army is just gonna come crashing down. And honestly, you just ignore this for the most part. Like, the dragon alone is gonna threaten. And you just bring your army and crush Shue. Like, he can't escape. And there's enough damage here. Like, you know, this dog can kill this sword. Mage could, like, not even really attack. The mage could just sit back. And Pilgrim can just, you know... Spear Printer goes burr, right? We're gonna see Pilgrim, you know, live this one out. So what could Shue do? I mean, Shue might very well just throw in the towel at this point. 1 versus 2. I don't think he has enough units to chomp through this, so... We are gonna see a night crit come down though. Ooh, maybe? Maybe? Shue can kill Pilgrim this turn. I don't know if that's likely though.
I won't fail.
Okay. Mercia is coming in for a big hit. Takes a little bit of damage in return, but has Groove now. Alright, we're gonna see a Night Crit come in. And it's really just like, can these two spears go down? Particularly this one. If this spears dies, then the match is over. But I don't think there's actually enough. I think Pilgrim lives one more turn. And also Shue will take a lot of damage trying to kill, so... Yep, like the kill is not gonna happen. I mean, like a heist could happen. But Shue might just honestly leave it here, and he may very well run out of time. Alright, and now Saikoya can bring... Oh, can bring Wulfar in. Oh, wow. And we may very well see Shue die this turn. Oh, so many spears. Like, this thief's gonna die. Yep, and like this can run down and crit here. There's another balloon that can bring more units down. And Saikoya is just trapped Shue. Yes, Saikoya can just continue to capture stuff up here. Oh, and the dragon didn't even do anything last turn. Wow, she's really feeling the time pressure. Saikoya is just breezing through this turn. Took just over a minute. Alright, Pilgrim, can you do it? I think you could honestly kill this turn. I think there's a way to set up like double spear crit plus Wulfar. There's a lot of damage that could come down. The dog could actually kill from this side. Ooh, something that might happen is Pilgrim could just kill so much of Shue's army that he becomes completely defenseless. Like, you don't worry about killing Mercia. Although, alright, so Pilgrim's gonna go for the Mercia kill. But it could have just been unit clears instead. But no, just gonna weaken Mercia a ton. And Shue is not gonna be in a good position. Well, oh actually, might not. Oh yeah, definitely can kill. But dealing a ton of damage this turn. Pilgrim's just gonna live. Like, Mercia can't really do much. You know, the mage could kill. Knight can run in and hit.
Healing aura.
So we're definitely gonna see Pilgrim go down now. But this entire army will absolutely crush what Shue has on this side. There's like not enough over here. I don't even think he moved those mages last turn. Oh, and yeah, Pilgrim goes down. But now Shue has 6 units against Saikoya's entire army. And maybe Shue will just throw in the towel. That honestly wouldn't surprise me. I do think that, like, if I were in this place, and I know, like, this is more of a fun match, but I think, like, if Pilgrim had just killed a lot of this stuff, then, like, they were gonna go down anyway. Like, you kill the knights, and then suddenly there's, like, nothing here to stop Saikoya. But this game is very, very over at this point. Like, Saikoya will just beat Shue. I think there is just a bit too much here that will threaten to kill Mercia. But we'll see how this plays out. The dragon could come in and be a serious threat. But Nuru can honestly, like, pick off a knight, I think. Oh, not quite. I always think commanders do more damage to knights than they actually do. Oh yeah, like, we look at this income difference, it's 1500 to 900. Seeing more stuff get picked off, and yeah, there's more building captures going to come down. Saikoya will not finish off this this turn. Look at the amount of spears that are here now. Another dragon came in. These mages are just going to capture a bunch of stuff as well. This is probably going to drop a mage off in the forest. Yep. Another dragon comes down. And Saikoya is absolutely rolling in money. 1800 to 800. And he's grabbing all the extra production as well, so he's going to have both these barracks. Like, I don't know if Shue can really grab this one. Nope, Saikoya's going to grab that barracks first. So it's currently 4 barracks to 2 with a 5th barracks on... Oh no, 4 barracks to 3 even. The 5th barracks on the way for Saikoya. May very well just see. Okay, so this is a little bit risky, but not so bad. Nuru will deal a ton of damage to this knight. And then just put the balloon into block. And that actually gives her groove, which is really important, because now she could summon... how much money does she have? Not enough to get anything she wants, but enough to build like a knight, which lines up a knight crit. So big enough, and you know, there's a dragon over here as well, so... I think we might see Shue just throwing the towel at this point. And we, like, as Pilgrim is pointing out in the Twitch chat, we are at around the time, conveniently, look at that, we are at the time for the next match, like, that was scheduled to start at 7:30, and I do believe it is 7:30 now, so this is running over like a tiny bit, but that's fine. But hey, look at how, like, this match could have gone a lot longer than this. It also could have gone a lot shorter too, so... Yeah, but... I mean, she's gonna try and hold on, and... I mean, it's worth it. Like, if you think you can come back in a match, then you might as well, like, try and play for that chance. So what's this dragon gonna do? I mean, the dragon can't do anything really, because Nuru can just build a mage and kill it. And there are so many dragons coming in, right? It's just gonna pick up a spear, but it will die for that. Like, Nuru's just gonna build a mage and kill this dragon. I don't think Mercia can die this turn, but basically everything else can. And honestly, like, Saikoya could just keep grabbing buildings. Grab this hideout, you can grab this village. Run back and grab this village. You put a spear in a wagon. Are we gonna see some kind of lineup for a crit? Yeah, he's gonna put it on the mountain, line up, get that crit on the mage. Even though that golem is like a nice build. Ooh. Big damage coming down. The dragon can just run up and roast it, and ooh, big crit coming down there. A lot of damage going in on this army. And yeah, Saikoya, we're gonna see a mage come out here. Ooh, a witch. Interesting. I guess that also means that can be used for hex later on. Is useful. And I love that he's just continuing to capture his barracks. Could have gone for the knight instead, but goes for the barracks, and that's actually going to be really difficult to, you know, capture back. And he's grabbing all the production, he's going to grab all the villages. Gets the hideout, just because why not? And we're going to see this dragon come forward. Oh, it's going to get hit on a spear. And he's going to finish it off with a knight. And all of a sudden, Saikoya is actually threatening this stronghold. Like, a knight crit and a dragon can kill. So, yeah, I think this is very much over. 1900 income with the 900, an even bigger unit count. It's like 15 units in the lead. And I mean, some of those are hideouts, but... And like production in general, actually, because there's like barracks and tower and all that. So, his unit lead isn't quite as big, but has so much production and so much money now. And yeah, what's Mercia even going to be able to do in this position? Okay, you know, picks off a mage. Golem could come in and like kill this knight. Yep. Mercia is properly surrounded at this point. And she's having to spend money on heals, so he's not even going to be able to build stuff now. We're going to see this mage go for this dragon. Just for the damage you can get. And yeah, he's just hitting what he can, really. After this match, we do have more matches coming up. We have a Project Groove show match between Saikoya and Emo. There's going to be a little bit of a break. Saikoya is probably going to be feeling pretty good about winning this game. Obviously, it's not quite over yet, but he's at the point where it's just his army alone. We'll be able to finish this off. But, actually, unless he blocks, like, his stronghold can just die this turn. I do believe a knight crit and a dragon hit will do it. So, knight crit comes in. Ooh, decent roll, 61 damage. Oh, it lives on 1%! So close! I mean, it's dead next turn, but... he just has to live. That's all he has to do. Like, all Saikoya has to do is live. Oh, and Big Hex comes in. And honestly, there's so much, like, hard-hitting units over here that like, Nuru doesn't have to do anything. Nuru should just run away at this point. Oh, and yeah, we're seeing dog crits get low. Dogs are killing knights. Wow, what a world. Reddit was right all along. But... oh, even grabs the tower. And traps Mercia in. Is this balloon gonna come in a block? I mean, the dragon could also do the same. Oh, and we're just seeing them get surrounded. Shue's just refusing to give up. Absolutely determined. I think we might just see him give up though at the end of this turn though, because there's nothing. You cannot do anything about this. This is like 2 dragons and a witch and like a ton of army on top of you. And he even just wagons forward a dog because like it's the only thing that can even like come close to reaching. Alright, what's she gonna do? I mean, there is like a night crit that could happen, so... But, yeah. I do... Oh, can... Oh no, the wagon's too strong. Yeah, the wagon will block and the dragon will live because of it. And this dragon alone will kill the stronghold next turn, and this will be over. So, there is like 1 minute and 40 something on the clock right now. So we will be done in the next 2 minutes. And kills the wagon, but Saikoya can just end now. Oh, we're seeing 1 night crit come in. And barely denser. Second night comes in. This one will do a bit more damage. I guess like she's just gonna do what you can. But he's dead. Like, this dragon will kill this stronghold. 100%. Oh, come on, Saikoya. Don't try and kill Mercia. I mean you can do it if you want, but it's gonna be a spear crit suicide. Yeah, it is. Does it like a decent chunk of damage? Mercia finishes them off in return. What's the follow-up though? Alright, regular dragon hit. But Mercia has like a decent amount of health left. I don't think this dragon will finish. Yeah, she's just gonna live. So yeah, another dragon just like, knocks down the stronghold, and that's a good game. And we have team Pilsaikgrimoya taking it. So well played, commiserations, and honestly well played to Team Shue as well. That was a lot of fun. I hope everybody had a good time. We will be right back because we have another match to get ready for, and I need to go grab a drink quickly. So we're gonna be back in like 5 minutes.